All right, it's time now to bring in our panel to talk about this week's top stories. Joining us this week, Robin Winston, Mike Murphy, Laura Beck, and Tony Samuel. And let's start with Democratic strategist Laura Beck. Laura, your thoughts on some of the progress we're making here amidst more political controversy for the White House and also for Indiana Congressman Trey Hollingsworth, who faced a lot of criticism for his remarks this week.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it, and it's nice to see everyone today, virtually, including Tony Samuel and his
with the beard. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really been interesting to see how Indiana is handling this as opposed to other states. Definitely has been a good week, and we can see that in the poll numbers for Governor Holcomb. He appears to be really handling this situation well. And I say that in a bipartisan way as a Democrat. But I also think that we're seeing some real political fallout, especially across with Trey Hollingsworth. He really stepped in it last week. I just don't think there's a better way to put it. Showed his true colors, and frankly, if I were looking at running for Congress down there, I would be making some hay out of his comments.
We have seen, though, some of these protests outside the governor's residence this week. People who want to see the economy opened up. The president tweeting this week, "Liberate Michigan, liberate Minnesota." I want to turn to 2016 Vice Chair for the Indiana Trump campaign, Tony Samuel. Tony, your thoughts on all this?
Thanks, Dan. Well, a couple of things. The president has led on this discussion that we've got to get the economy open again, that we've got to get people working. There are all kinds of also health expenses to our society with mental health concerns, people losing work and pay and struggling to get food on the table. So he's been leading on this, and now he's put out a very structured, very logical plan to phase in states depending on who's looking better, whose numbers are looking better. So I think he's right on the mark again. As far as Trey Hollingsworth and these movements that we're seeing in a lot of states where people are frustrated by what they perceive as an overreach, and they have every right to speak and to petition the government to scale back. And that's what's going to be happening. It's going to be happening in time. Trey was also trying to lead on that discussion. His words were taken out of context. I don't think he'll be in any trouble. He's a great guy. He's a great leader. He's doing a great job serving those people. And he wanted to talk legitimately about the costs of mitigating. We can't do this forever. We can't keep our economy closed. Both the president and Trey and most Republicans, I think all Republicans and even all Democrats are realizing that we have to get the economy working. Now we've got a plan, and it's going to be health-driven, data-driven, and it's the right thing to do to face this.
I want to turn now to former state party chairman for the Indiana Democrats, Robin Winston. Robin, your thoughts on all this week?
Well, first off, I think we need to commend our healthcare workers who are doing a tremendous job each day. Trey Hollingsworth's remarks they may have been taken out of context, but they were his remarks. And it's an affront to the people in New Albany that have people that are in nursing homes and senior centers that are relying upon quality care now. The people at Schneck in Seymour, the folks at White River Township in Johnson County, the firefighters that had to be quarantined after some had been stricken by COVID-19. I think we should not be insensitive now to not only the health impact, but the economic impact. I do agree that we need to get people back to work. You go to Northwest Indiana, our blast furnaces at our mills are closed down for now. But I think we ought to be reasonable about doing that and responsible about doing that. And I've seen, quite frankly, News at 11, I guess here, Governor Holcomb has done a good job in articulating what he's trying to do in the state.
All right, let's hear from GOP lawmaker Mike Murphy there. Mike, your response to all of that?
Well, I love the world that Tony lives in. I wish I could live in that world because it's so rosy all the time. The fact is that Trump said that to leave it up to the governors several weeks ago, and then earlier this week said, I have total control at all times. He was smacked down by every constitutional expert in America, including many of his Republican senators. And now he's saying liberate Michigan, Minnesota, and whatever state that was. And our own governor is going to have a protest against him tomorrow in front of his house. So is he saying liberate Indiana from Governor Holcomb? I'll tell you, I have tremendous faith in Governor Holcomb. I would not want to be in his shoes right now. He's on the hot spot, doing a great job. Much more faith in Governor Holcomb's plans than the president.
Well, let's look at some of these poll numbers relating to Governor Holcomb and President Trump here in the state of Indiana. These numbers just out from Change Research, 63% approving of Governor Holcomb's response to this coronavirus crisis, just 23% disapprove. And here's how Hoosiers viewed the president's response: 49% approved, 49% disapproved. Tony, I'll let you take this on first.
Well, sure. Thanks, Mike. I do live in a pretty good world. I've got a great wife and great kids that are my studio audience here today, and I support a president who's doing a great job overall, in something that we have never seen in our lifetime before. Those poll numbers are a reflection of the media and pundits at the national level beating up on the president. That Governor Holcomb is doing a great job, and he deserves the credit that he's getting. But the president as well, and nobody could have put together the public-private partnerships that he has, and look at his making note of what's happening in Kokomo, Indiana, at the GM plant that is delivering on ventilators.
And the president, yeah, he mentioned that specifically this week in one of his White House addresses there as well. Meantime,
he delivered on everything that governors have wanted, especially when you look at Governor Cuomo in New York, and these governors have given him praise throughout. Yeah, there are always things that you can find to criticize in any, especially in any crisis, but overall, he's delivering for the American people.
Laura?
Oh, I mean, I completely disagree. I mean, I can't disagree more, frankly. I think his poll numbers would be much higher if he didn't hog the cameras during his briefings every evening, and he actually let the scientists, let the doctors, let the other people drive this. He has really exhibited reckless behavior, particularly with these Liberate tweets that he just put out. Because he is inflaming and inciting people. And what he's doing when he inflames and he incites is he ultimately puts public safety workers and he puts other people at risk. And so that has been really concerning, incredibly concerning. But yeah, I just couldn't agree more. I think he dropped the ball on this. He stands up and lies at these briefings. He turns it into a show. So if you want to get any data, any helpful information for how you adapt to your life, you don't even watch him. You watch your governor, you watch your mayor, you watch your local health department. And that's really where we're seeing the heroes in this.
Okay.
It's in those local health departments, those local hospitals, those local services, and those state services,
Okay.
as opposed to what we're seeing on the federal response.
We're going to have
from day one.
to leave it there, but we will have much more